Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
I'm on.
Good evening, members. You're most welcome to today's ProDev Hour. We are privileged this evening to have our very own. Yes. Hello. Members, I believe that we are now on. Once again, can I find out that members are listening to me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, can start. Let us humble ourselves for a word of prayer. God, our loving Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for all the programs that we have had all day long. We commit this program this evening into your hands. Guide the speaker, guide the listeners, and may all that we shall discuss be for our own benefit and for the benefit of our union. I pray, believing and trusting you have heard us through Christ our Lord. Amen. I once again welcome you to today's ProDev Hour. It is prudent that the union members should access information about the union, especially the progress that we have. And it is in today's fora that we would like to receive a few progress that the union has already had, a few challenges probably that needs to be converted to success by all of us. And I would like to request that in this gathering, in this communication, we all be committed and prepare for questions and answers. We have been asking so many questions in our background, and today we are privileged to have Dr. Vincent Elong, who is the chairman of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. I now invite him with great honor and pleasure for him to come and address the gallant sons and daughters, the members of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. Dr. Vincent, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Betty, the chairperson of Education and Discipline Committee, Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. Thank you for organizing such a great forum for us always periodically to come and update the members, but also the different programs that this same platform has been giving to the members, especially the academic part and the update. I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to welcome all the UPSTU members who have logged in today's ProDev Hour, and even those who may follow after through YouTube. I want to assure you that this union is for all scientists in the education sector. And UPSTU as a union is not just any union. We have around now 63 labor unions which are registered by Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. But out of the 63, only 17 are recognized to negotiate with the government. The rest are treated as private unions. So yes. UPSTU is one among the 17.
No, it's nothing good there.
Unmute your mic. UPSTU is one among the 17 unions that usually sit with the top government officials. And when you sign a recognition agreement with the head of public service, then you nominate 2 members to go and negotiate. And negotiation is not only salary. We look at the working condition, the welfare of members, and those are the things that we have been been handling with the government. So on Monday, that is 29th, we had our second council sitting, because we always sit quarterly at Ministry of Public Service, because the new minister wanted to meet the members of council, but also to update us on the step which government has taken to answer our different queries. But remember, some time back we had tabled in the same council concern that are coming from our dockets, and among those were head teachers and deputies whose salaries were enhanced in the year 2023-2024 financial year under the directive of the President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And of course, went up to mobilize these teachers, and we went and negotiated it. And in 2024, a circular was issued out affirming that head teachers and deputies are scientists. So we, as a union, we put it forth before government, because the salary was enhanced. But government has been taking a bureaucratic approach to make sure these people benefit from their salaries. For instance, they had asked us to compile a list of all head teachers, which we did immediately, and we were able to submit. And then they took time to clear them. After clearing them, to our dismay, most of these head teachers and deputies had not yet accessed their pay as scientists. And another issue came from, which we had tabled before government, that was last year in November, was the issue of ICT, where some ICT teachers were being marginalized, basing on the second teaching subjects. But when you see, you realize that there are subjects like mathematics. Somebody would be a teacher of math, geography, math, economic, but is recognized as a scientist. But also we went deep to discover that categorization of science subject was done in 2015 under establishment notice number 2, 2015, which categorized science subjects. And it was followed by the one also issued in 2017, where ICT was one of the subjects that is supposed to be recognized as a science subject and paid in that respect. So we put it before government, and we are able to negotiate with them. And as I talk today, all the 8 teachers who have submitted their data have been cleared by Minister of Education and Sport, and even the ICT. And their list have been forwarded to Minister of Public Service to upload it on HCM. So we expect this July that their salary will be amended, and they will be paid as scientists in that respect. So that tells us that the union is not sleeping. So public service has agreed to work on it within this month of July. So we expect as the financial year changes. But we have also gone ahead, in case you are a science teacher and deputy, or a science teacher or tutor, where your salary has been enhanced and you're not receiving the salary as a scientist from your vote, that is an issue of a vote now, a district or a city or municipality. And we engage government, and the Minister of Public Service assured us that if we can generate the list of the teachers who are not earning science pay and communicate to them, they are going to handle it at the top level. So we are calling upon all science teachers in whichever direction, level, whether you are in U1, U2, U3, U4, U5. In case you are not earning money as a scientist, please submit your name to our head office and we will be able to compile them. And that is a very big. And then the other thing that we discovered, they are from the time they enhance our salary as scientists, there are people who have not accessed the pay as scientists, and they retired miserably. From that time, if the time of enhancement, that is for science teachers 2022, 2023, and then for the deputies, laters and head teachers came. If from the time of enhancement you were in the system and the district did not pay you and you retired, we also negotiated. It is not your fault, it is the fault of government. And we have come to agreement that you submit, you follow up with the district, and it is also coming in the circular standing instruction as they are going to communicate salary structure, the new salary structure in the new financial year. So you are supposed to follow up. Minister of Public Service is standing with us to make sure that they pay you all the areas due to underpayment, even if you have retired. And then your gratuity and pensions are going to be corrected and paid rightly. So I think that is a very big win for our docket as science teachers. That's why I had to update our members. The issues of tutors, we have tutors of science who have been marginalized and PE. We have been negotiating it, and Minister of Education, and I was last week I was at Minister of Education. I met Commissioner Human Resource before the council meeting, and I talked about the same cases. The issue of tutors of science are being resolved. And they told me that the tutors, there are some few tutors who have taken them to court. But we talked about it, and government is resolving that. They are not allowing that case to go to court. They are finalizing, and I want to appeal to the tutors of science who have been marginalized and paid as humanity, yet they are science tutors. That pay is being, there's a lot of talk going on at a higher level, and they are going to pull out that case and make sure you are paid as scientists. So I want you to know that. Of course, as a union also, we want to update our members that sometimes back, I think in 2024, we communicated that we acquired a head office which needed renovation. And as I talk now, the renovation is closely at 97%. And that means anytime from now, the staff in our headquarters, and we are going to relocate as a union to our permanent home, which is in Makerere University. That is a very magnificent building. I don't know whether the producer has the picture. You would project for the members to see the state, in whichever state, but the work is going on, and most of the internal work on the building is almost through. If the picture is not there, we can progress. Rogers, do you have the updated picture? You can put it for members to see. That building is straightened on Makerere University Hill. And we want to thank God for giving us such a place and such a facility, which will go a long way in making sure that UPSTU become one of the model union, not only in Uganda, but in East Africa and Africa. And that's what we are looking at, where many will come to benchmark from us. But also members should know that we have functioning regional offices in the 15 sub-region, beginning from Karamoja, Sebei is in Kapchora. We had an office of region in Kapchora. Then we come down to Bugisu. There is an office in Mbale. Bukedi, we have an office in Tororo. Soga, we have an office in Iganga. And then Teso, we have an office in Soroti. In the north, Lira City is the office for Laon sub-region. And then Acholi sub-region, we have an office in Gulu City. In West Nile region, we have an office in Arua. And in Western Uganda, we have Bunyoro region, where we have an office in Oima. We have Rwenzori region, we have office in Fort Photo City. And then Chigezi region, we have an office in Kabale. Ankole region, we have an office in Nimbarara. Central region, we have Central Greater Masaka. We have an office in Masaka City. And then Central Greater Kampala, we have an office in Kampala City. Those are regional offices to help us coordinate our program. So sometimes you don't need to come to the union headquarters. You just need to lodge your complaint at the region. They will be able to handle. Those offices are fully functional, and we have staff there who have been employed, but also the regional executives that are fully in those offices. Rogers, I don't know whether you projected the picture. I don't see it. Yes. I'm still back to the technician. The technical. Mr. Rogers. Yes. Members, you can see that is, I think, the picture he took one month ago, because there's a lot of change. That front part, they have already put the terrazzo, the step. You can go around if you have other pictures around and even in town. And the building you saw is our national head office. And it is a permanent place. It is what we call our own. And I want to thank those who have been subscribing to UPSTU. Your subscription is not in vain. There's a lot that the union is doing. Members also, we as a union, we have taken up the drive to give corporate wear to members, and to date we have distributed closely 5,000 corporate wares. 5,000 corporate wares, and this year we have planned to add not less than 2,000. But now closely all the sub-regions, at least have got corporate wear distributed, but we are registering. If you have not yet got, we are coming. We are coming to your institution to make sure those corporate wear are distributed. All the members, all the scientists in education sector are going to have those corporate wear. And then also we continue to advocate for members. In case you have an issue at your work station in the district concerning salaries, concerning the work condition, please don't sit back. You can always call the union headquarters if it requires legal representation. We have a fully employed law firm, and that is Diamond Advocates with very competent lawyers, and they are there to serve us. So if you have any issue related to your work where you need legal advice, legal representation, legal input, please don't sit back. Come out, and the union will be able to stand with you. Basically, with those few remarks, I want to give time so that we can get the feedbacks and also be able to answer some questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent, Chairperson of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union.
Yes,
Thank
I
you
think,
for the
Betty,
update.
I
Yes,
am
yeah.
seeing the picture of the building. Those are internal, but this was when work was still going on. Those are the rooms, but as I talk, those gypsum up, they have already put the lights are on, the office is already for safety. This is not a very current picture, but you can see that tremendous work was done. What you are seeing, that is a reception area. And that door is the main entrance. And then this building will be hosting both the circle leadership and staff, and the union leadership and staff. We have enough room. There are over 20 rooms. It is a flat. So it is now a property of the union 100%. Back to you, Betty.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for the great update you've given us for the union. The successes so far we have registered. I want to commend you so much for giving us a home. We are very sure that the union leaders are not just seated. A lot of mobilization is being done towards making us independent. You know, if you still have a landlord, then you're not progressing. And if you're a scientist, it is not very good for you to be staying under landlord. In few months, you say you're already going to be free of that. That is very good. Thank you very much. We thank God for all this. Thank you also for the update you've given us from the Ministry of Public Service. At least it will be answering many questions that have been going on in our mind. However, as the union, I would also feel that there could be some few challenges that we are facing as a union. I wonder if you could remember some of them, sir, to share with us. But pertinent questions that has always been going on is the issue of corporate wear that people are still asking up to now. I already saw in the inbox there, someone is saying, when is it going to be distributed? Those who got it is even becoming now old. When will new ones come? And yet those who are also still complaining, they haven't received. I wish you could shed some light in that area too. I do not know as members of the union if those who have been coded have remained on the on coding and they're subscribing and I mean every month, and those who are yet to be coded, probably we could be having some programs for them, and could be that those ones who are still remaining with UNATU. I do not know if you could also have a statement on that to help guide the house, because I believe the finances for doing all this is coming from the members. Please, may I stop there and invite you to respond as I invite members to prepare to ask questions that probably you could be having. Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you very much, Betty, for that. I think it is an oversight. Issues of checkoff, we call it checkoff in the labor language, but in a traditional way where members can understand, it's called coding. Now, the issue of checkoff was also discussed. And you realize ever since we formed our union, but also negotiated for salary of scientists, we've been having a lot of negative war coming from our sister union. And they have not been wishing us well. And all the science teachers are aware about that. And then when it came to checkoff, they are still sitting on a very big number of our members, almost more than half, having code of the sister union. And they have also continued to go ahead and still put their codes. And we don't know how they are putting them. The member has not consented, but they are still going ahead to put it. Now, there is an issue that was very touching that we got from Entebbe SS, where a member wrote to the district to remove the code of UNATU, and he indicated that he belongs to UPSTU. But the district adamantly refused the personnel and told them they don't know how to remove the code. It is only UNATU that can remove that code. This member took trouble and went to UNATU headquarters, and he ended up meeting the lawyer for UNATU, who told him that UNATU once negotiated for you before your union was formed, and that is why we are still recovering our money. And it is called a levy. But I had, when the member told me about that response, I took trouble and I talked to that lawyer. And I told them, you're going to end in the problem because you cannot force a member to belong to a union he doesn't want. And you cannot force a deduction. So I told him, he said, but it is a levy. But I told him a levy is not taken continuously. It is taken once, but also a member must consent. I mean, a teacher or an employee must consent. I'm sorry to call a member because somebody you are getting a levy is not a member of the union, but maybe has benefited from your negotiation. So we agreed, because he did not read the law very well. We agreed that I would avail them that area so that he can update their leadership to stop forcing their code on some teachers. So that one, I'm yet to retrieve that guideline from the Solicitor General, and I will share it with our sister union. And if they continue to defy it, then we'll take them up legally. But I want to assure members that checkup status was discussed at the public service, and Minister of Public Service is willing to support us. Checkup members, they told us to gather districts that have not checked our members' phone with the evidence. And I think we are working on that. And this comes to our school coordinators, district coordinators, and regional coordinators. You need to work hard and avail us this data so that we take it to public service to be able to follow up members who are not checked off. So that to me, it was one of the best news that we had on Monday, because unions are strong because of membership. If you have few membership, your negotiating or bargaining power is weaker. You cannot be regarded as serious. So, you know, as some teachers on government payroll, we are about, plus the institution, we are about 14,000. Now, this 14,000, we need to enroll everyone for us to have a stronger voice. You need to ask over 130,000, primary teachers. And then when you add the arts and the institution, they could be over 150,000. Now, 14,000, if we are to have a stronger voice, we have already, of course, succeeded in a different platform because we are united. Let us belong to our union. Public service also want to check. There's unions, these unions who claim they are representing, do they have subscribing members? Because for them, they only look for subscribing members. The other day when Humanity Teachers Union were issued a notice for industrial action, they asked them, for us to negotiate with you, you must bring evidence that these members consented to join your union. And good enough, they had a big file. So we also need to have that big file. And then on corporate wear, I want to appeal to members that Rome is not built in a day. We are doing it in a phased manner, but carefully. Because you see, we are able to move other sectors also. We are trying to balance the boat. If we only bend one side, we may end up not, but the corporate wear is something that we cannot, because it benefits us as a union more than you, the member, even. It shows our visibility. It shows our presence in every work that corporate wear reaches every subscribing member. Very soon we are going to audit. We get our register of subscribing members, and then we get the list of people who have taken corporate wear and those who are still missing, so that we follow them and give them corporate wear. But this corporate wear we are giving, we are not only looking even for members who are subscribing. Whenever we come in a place, we give every science teacher. And I think that is the beauty, because we are not segregating. You discover that even when we are negotiating for head teachers and deputies, majority of them were not on our checkoff, but now they are coming. But because they are our potential members, we signed a recognition agreement to represent them. We went ahead and negotiated for them. So I have talked a little bit more about that. I want to take this opportunity to allow questions and answers. And I think Betty and Rogers, you will be coordinating that.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, for the great answers you've given. I think this helps us to understand that financially, we, the members, are the ones giving a lot to push the union to where it is. And bearing in mind and seeing the beautiful home that we have, probably also it could have affected having members with, having each member with the corporate wear. So I think this calls for more patience with the members. And now that we get to our own home, we shall be having more to spend on that area. But also it encourages us to contribute There are people who have been checked off, they have been coded, but also in the system, the code disappears. It is not even going to UNATO. Personally, I'm also affected. I go back, I ask them, please put my name back. They put to a few months again, the name has jumped, no money is going to the union. So members, I would like to request that we take great concern in these areas and we continuously visit our accountants to help us stay on and support our union. I now request members to raise up their hands and ask for questions, as I am already seeing some members already here. I am already seeing Mr. Baluku George. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to us and say what you'd like to say. Mr. Baluku. Members, it's time for questions and answers. Raise up your hand and be alert so that once picked on, to save time, you're able to communicate very fast and we move to another. If Mr. Baluku is still preparing to, okay.
Yes.
Welcome,
Thank
George.
you very much. Yes, thanks, Madam Betty. Doctor, thanks for the update. I'm called Baluku George. I'm a newly recruited teacher of ICT at St. Teresa SS Kungu in Kasanda district. And I happen to be of the cohort that was recruited after the other colleagues who were marginalized had submitted their papers to ministry. So I would like to inquire from Doctor, what could be the fate of us who were recruited after the other colleagues who were marginalized had submitted their documents to ministry? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, George. I am maybe Chairperson, I request you record them somewhere. We ask about 5, you respond, then ask, eh? Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm doing that.
Hello?
I'm doing that.
Okay. Mr. Dembe Gerald, please unmute yourself and communicate. If you have already raised up your hand and you have communicated, lower down your hand to allow others come on. I now welcome Mr. Dembe Gerald.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Deba Ginger. I'm one of the teachers who was still wondering what happened. I teach PE and economics. I've often tried to raise my issue. Before it was ICT and PE, but now we've seen ICT already ahead of us. So we don't know what's the fate of PE with the teachers of PE with the humanity combination. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald. Mr. Okuna Simon, you're welcome. Mr. Okuna Simon.
Thank you, the members. Mr. Okuna Simon is my name. I'm calling from Mubende. I have 2 concerns. I have a colleague teacher who is a teacher of ICT stroke entrepreneurship, but she was recruited for entrepreneurship. So when she tried to inquire about science, they told her that because she was interviewed on entrepreneurship, so she can't benefit from ICT. I need clarity. Number 2, is there any negotiation by our leaders pertaining those who have upgraded and they are still down with the grade 5 pay, and also if the other 3 million has some future? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. I now welcome Salimu.
Okay, thank you, Madam Moderator. Thank you, Madam Moderator. This is Inkwal Salim from Kalido District. I'm a teacher at Namua Senior Secondary School, Kalido District still. Mine is a quick one. I'm the coordinator of the affected ICT teachers. I just thank the chairperson for that great role that he has made to see that the ICT teachers are brought to the board of science scale. But my very important take is that public service has always promised to enroll ICT teachers as scientists. But down here, when you come to the different district local governments, the human resources don't want to execute that. I don't know for this time around how public service is getting committed and how we make them understand that ICT teachers should be enrolled as scientists. I thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Chairperson, do we take more, or you first answer this and then get to others?
Okay, let me first answer this. Baluku George recently recruited ICT. What is his fate? And Ikwalo Salim, I think I've been interacting with Mr. Salimu many times. Even called me the other day when I was going to public service. First of all, he's already among the beneficiaries. That's why I want to encourage Baluku George. He's already among the beneficiary of ICT arts because he succeeded. He's now being paid that as scientist. ICT stroke humanity subject. I doubled up. A week ago, I was at Ministry of Education and I met Commissioner Human Resources because we have been working with them. Those lists were generated by us, the union. We submitted to them, and sometimes we go and have one-on-one interaction. We've also, when I visited there, I had 6 things I was trying to query from the ministry, follow up. One was the fate of ICT. I went with the list they have just submitted to Minister of Public Service. And he assured me that list is already before Commissioner Human Resource in charge of compensation and pension. And it is the same person who briefed us during the council meeting. The ICT, the reason why they wrote to Minister of Public Service is for them to open, because they are the one who control HCM. If they have not opened and upgraded your pay as a scientist from HCM, there is nothing the district can do. So that list was submitted to Minister of Public Service by Minister of Education. After they have verified, and there were about 163 according to the commission, they affected. The number has grown. The first time they submitted was 100 something, 111, but now it's 163. And right now, the commissioner HCM is working on them. And we expect this July, the pay of 80, when they have corrected it, that money will automatically be reflected in the district, your pay as a scientist. And when salary is being paid, even if the district does not correct, it will automatically be corrected by public service. That is going to be centrally done. And then Baluku George, who has never submitted his name, the commissioner also assured me that once this is corrected, it will now be automatic. There is going to be a circular they are going to write because they can't keep on correcting one-on-one and submitting. Once that has been submitted, to be now the position of government. And if it is effected this July, that means that the Minister of Education, I will push for that letter to be written to all the accounting officers to enroll all the ICT, irrespective of the second teaching subject as scientists. So that is already a victory for us. Dembe Gerald, PE economics. PE has been also a subject under a lot of contestation, but we are grateful that PE government and PE with the science subject is considered. So the same argument we have been putting, and we are almost concluding on this. The current Commissioner, Human Resource Minister of Education, is very positive and understanding. And that's why we are able to achieve and move this milestone. With the PE, we are working on it, and I can tell you that they are soon making a call of those who are affected, and that list will also be submitted for correction on the HCM system. The submission in the public service simply to put you on the system as a scientist, so that nobody plays around with you. And once that has been done, the district cannot lower it. The lowering can only be done from public service. We have Okuma Simon, still ICT entrepreneur, colleague recruited for entrepreneurship. That colleague, I don't know, accepted the appointment. You are appointed to teach entrepreneurship. That means you have accepted. By law, you are bound by that condition, the condition of that appointment. But there is room for you if you lobby. I appeal to you to write to the permanent secretary, Ministry of Education and Sport, and request for them to review your appointment. We have handled that. There was a lady in called Chairperson in Gayaza High. I'm giving you as a testimony, where she had even done masters already in ICT. We took her papers there. Then they advised her to write to be reappointed. So they referred our letter, I think, to Education Service Commission. After 3 months, there was something positive. She was reappointed, given a minute number, which shows that she was supposed to teach ICT, and her salary has changed. So I think because you have accepted to teach entrepreneurship, it legally binds you. But if you want to review, you can review and change your status, which is accepted by law, unless somebody is just malicious. I had also a query from Okuma Simon on upgraded. I think that is a promotional ladder, implementation of promotional ladder. That has been re-echoed. It has been a subject. Once, when we were in a council meeting, that was discussed at length. And even if I'm to show you the minutes, the previous minute and the one which is coming of the council meeting, you will see that that was handled. And the chair of the council directed Minister of Education to come with the new teachers professional, I mean the promotional ladder policy for Minister of Education, and it is approved, so that people don't spend years, even when they have gone on to have more advanced experience and they are not recognized. So we are pushing that so hard. But already during 2023, World Teachers Day, you remember we represented that before His Excellency the President, and he gave a very strong directive, which we are also following. And what the minister has done is to phase it, beginning with those who are about to retire. And we are even updated by Commissioner, Human Resource Minister of Education, while at Council, that they have phased it. They are now looking, they pick those who have taken long, because sometimes when you just advertise, younger people age out what? So they are ring fencing. And that is going to be done massively until everybody benefited. But also, we are not going to keep quiet as a union. We are going to make sure that the presidential directive is followed, because it is usually the issue of wage. When you promote everybody, definitely, when you promote everybody, definitely, there's going to be huge wage gap, and it may require budgeting. But we are also going to make sure we meet either the Minister of the PS or Minister of Education, so that they start planning for that. When the financial year is coming, they should submit a separate budget for promoting teachers who have already got different experiences. And thank you for raising that. But I think I have exhausted the questions that let us take more.
Thank you very much. I invite now Mr. Okello, Richard. Richard Okello, welcome. Richard Okello, your hand is up. Welcome, please. As he prepares, allow me to welcome to Riahambwe Obed. Obed, welcome.
Yes, hello?
Yes,
Okello is ready? Okay.
Yes, please.
Oh, Mr. Obed, allow Okello to start, then you come on, eh? Mr. Obed,
Yes,
hold
can
on
you
your
hear me?
patience, let Okello come on.
Yes, Okello, you can.
Please, go on.
Yes, good evening, members.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, Doctor and the colleagues, for the wonderful presentation. I want to start by reacting what my colleague put as a question about the future of the 3 million. I think that one was put as a question to you, but it's like you have forgotten. Maybe when you come back, you also take that into consideration. Then the other bit is about the pension policy, which is coming up by public service. I remember I tried also to comment in one of the platform for UPSTU, but there was no any clear response. I would request that maybe if you have got some clue about it, you let us also know what is going to be, how the policy is going to be like. Because many of us in the field here, we are totally green. Some of us have served for over 10 years, come to 20 years, and we don't know how this policy is going to affect us. So as our union leaders, we request you that in case you come across that, you also take that as a matter of concern to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kero, for the question. I request that we be brief because I see many hands are up. Ask the question direct.
Obed.
Huh? Obed. Mr. Obed. Yes, Mr. Obed, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's on.
Thank you so much, Madam Betty. And the Chairperson, good evening to us all.
Good evening.
My name is Turia Obed and the District Coordinator of West District, Angole Sub-Region. My simple inquiry is whether there is a follow-up about what the President recently echoed out to waivers from the tax as the police and the other security agencies. Because I remember him emphasizing it that if he dies, we should know what has killed him. Any efforts to follow up that directive? Thank you so much and have a good evening to us all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Sharon Atala, welcome. Madam Sharon Atala. Yes, please, we can't hear you. Hello? Sharon? We cannot hear you. Please, you try to be closer to your microphone. Madam Sharon, it's only me not hearing you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes. There. Don't move again. Be there.
Okay, fine. This is Madam Atala Sharon. I work in Oyam district. My simple inquiry is to the president. I understand there is some small support given to a member when there's an obituary given. And an obituary occurs, like a member dies. I normally see the family is given like 500,000. Now, this benefits us directly, and I'm very grateful for that support. However, I am asking if there is a plan ahead, maybe to raise this money a bit, because our monthly subscription is a little bit higher compared to other union. I understand our union is going through so much now and is still young, and there are still a lot of things to be handled. But I just want to understand if there's some plan to maybe improve and push that a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. May I welcome Esther Nakieyune?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, you are.
Alive and clear.
My name is Esther Nakieyune from KCCA. I teach in Luzira SS. My concern, I have two concerns, but I think one is directed to Madam Secretary. It's about the UPSTU competitions, the project competitions. We received information saying that the competitions were postponed, but up to now we don't know when they will take place. And also I received a message on my email telling me that I have been deleted from the group. I did not understand what it meant. But then my other inquiry goes to the chairman. I would like to understand the coding bit of it. Where do you see the code? Is there anything they write on the payslip to show that you are coded as UPSTU? And also, how do you know that you are even registered under UPSTU? Thank you.
Yes. Betty, can I take those one? Oh, there's one more. Yes, Madam Betty. Hello? Hello? Members, can you hear me? It seems Betty is off, but let me take this opportunity. Rogers, are you
Yes,
on?
I am listening. I am on.
Let me take opportunity to respond. Somebody in the name of Richard Okello reiterated on the 3 million. Members, we were assured that the ministry is following the CBA, and the CBA has not expired. That was in the meeting we had on Monday. And that CBA puts a graduate science teachers at 4.8 million and a diploma science teacher at 3.5 million. It puts a art teacher at 4.5, that is a degree, and a diploma at 3 million. Now, with that background, it shows that not even a single group has reached 100, apart from, I think, the permanent secretaries, there are some judicial officers which have reached already that threshold, and then the vice chancellors and their deputies, the professors and the deputy professors. Those ones have already reached their claim 100% enhancement. So public service as a plan that they are first considering pushing each group to a minimum of 77%. That is what they assured all. So that implies that at 2.2 million, we still have to demand for 1.3, and we are constantly demanding. That's why we always get those updates. And then, of course, even the science graduate teachers, they are still demanding more 800, before we can exhaust that CBA. We have a question on waiver of tax for scientists. There are two. There is one, the president promised the humanity for all teachers. Actually used I think that was coming so strong. He said when he gave the scientists 4 million, he discovered that they are taking the money in the taxes and they are earning only 2.8. That is for graduate. So he proposed it to the artists that he will see how, review what they did for soldiers, for policemen, if they can do it for teachers. There now he made it more general. But specifically, I think that one, when we go in the council, because that one was committed and was directed, they told the Ministry of Public Service to study it. It has been raised. It has been sent to Ministry of Finance. They are looking at it. And because it has to come with amendment of law, so it will definitely get to the solicitor, the attorney general, interpretation. And when that law has been amended to ring-fence the teaching profession or the scientists, then we will be sure. But as I talk, the president has not yet written a directive. It is something that he said he will take it to cabinet for discussion. And if we are to follow, then we must remind the president. But I think the one who spoke it has it in his heart and is the one who shared the cabinet. But for the teachers, that one he directed the responsible ministry to look at it and see how they can reduce the tax for teachers. So that one we are following in collaboration with the Humanity Teachers Union. And every time we go for council meeting, it is always raised. And the ministry is trying to follow it up. We have obeyed. There was a question on checkoff. They're all from Esther, I think. Esther, if you have a payslip, check for the code. There is a code 485. That is for UPSTU. If you have 257, that is for UNATU. Another code could be deducting your salary. Another code could be URA or for a loan which you have got. But these ones always take 1% of your gross salary. So if you see you have both, then you need to report to us so that we can see a way of removing one so that you only subscribe to one union. So check to know how does one become an UPSTU member. Esther, you must fill a membership registration form. You must fill a membership registration form. You must fill a membership registration form and submit it either to our coordinators or to the head office or regional office. The regional office is in Boise, since you are in cases here. Luzira has a coordinator called Wanakina. Luziraisis Wanakina Peter. So you should contact him. If you have never registered with the union, we will register you. We have Sharon Atala from Oyam district. Sharon, you have asked that, sometimes I don't believe you'll forgive me, but we, as a union, we have passed, this money was passed by the National Executive Council, and it was ratified by ADC that a member who dies, the union contributes 500,000. And that is just from the headquarters. But you will discover that whenever we lose a member, we go ahead and collect money. And that is also an initiative that people don't appreciate, but it is because of our coming together. So in many cases, you'll find that the money that is collected together with what comes from the head office is more than 1.5. And then, of course, it is very easy to have this. This is a decision we are going to take it up and talk about it. We will send it to the welfare. But so far, you can appreciate, before that, it was only UNATU, which used to give 300,000. But up to, from the time when we had just registered, we passed this policy. And it was even a challenge to UNATU. They had to sit and review because we were almost doubling what they give. And we are the only union that also support in case you lose a spouse. Some spouse, we also give 250. Other unions don't do that. Sometimes people think union money is to be collected, shared. It's to handle administrative work. That's why we have those administrative officers. And let me tell you, members, a union is a very strong force. It is connected up to international level. That's why we have the headquarters, international headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. I had the opportunity to go there and represent Uganda on labor matters. So we, in East Africa, we also have, and also Africa, especially when there are issues to do with the labor matters. Workers have been always marginalized, oppressed, and cheated. But when we are united, we are able to throw our, that is the gist of labor union. It is not about those nitty-gritty, barring people doing this. We look at your welfare when you are still alive. And I would want us to understand that, but also put a lot of effort to see that your welfare improves much better. We are just talking of salary enhancement. What about insurance? Those are things that we will start tackling before government. Being protected, safety, your safety when you're conducting practical for those science practical subjects. And these are things we have raised. Compensation in the case you had maybe an accident or you've been physically maimed because of performing your duty. Many times when, or even die while doing your duty. So most of these things has been buried. But as UPSTU has come up, we are going to make sure that all what workers are supposed to benefit, as is being done elsewhere, our members are supported by their employer, which for this case, it is government. I think I have If not, I have answered. The other one had gone to bet about the competition.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent, for giving answers to those. About the competitions, we had a halt due to Ebola scourge that was disturbing the country, and of recent we have now heard that at least the country is almost free. That now gives us the opportunity to begin thinking of what should be done. And members, I would like to inform you that already strategies are being laid to see how we can have this competition done. So in the course of next week, you'll be receiving communications to this effect. And then you said you were deleted from a forum. I wonder which forum that was. Maybe it was a mistake. No member is to be deleted from any forum unless maybe there is a challenge with your phone, it is hacked maybe, and maybe you have a problem or you have posted something that members still needed to put you aside, but I don't think it was done intentionally. So I would kindly request that you contact the admin of that forum where you were belonging and make sure that you are reinstated back to that. Doctor, there are messages in the chats. I would kindly request that you allow me peruse through them. I know some of them you have already handled, but if it is okay,
there is one I'm seeing as you peruse through, let me answer. There is Kenna George from Patron.
Yes, Yaginodago. He's saying my only concern is with the check-off board. How I wish there could be general directive from above to the district so that no science teacher remain contributing to UNATO. It's a struggle for us down here. Thanks. That is from Akena.
I answered that. That is what we are working on. And the Minister of Public Service has told us to compile. In case you are not even subscribing to UPSTU and you are subscribing to UNATO, kindly through your district coordinator and school coordinator, make sure you inform the head office in 2 days, latest Monday, so that we are able to compile that list and take it to public service. That one we have resolved it. Then there is an issue of insurance. Insurance, I know insurance, we can do an insurance as a union. That is something we are going to talk about. One union that I know, which does insurance, they deduct 2%. One is for that. And partly, actually, they deduct 2%, and the half goes for insurance, half goes for insurance, especially on those advanced diseases. They handle part of, they can help you with the medication when you are challenged. And then, of course, handling of those welfare. Whenever a member dies, how do they, what my sister was raising. But up to deduction takes 1%, which is very minimal. But we are looking at either using our circle. That's why we are feeling to members who have logged in during the circle. We already have been having discussion with the insurance companies, different. And the one even called me recently, and I told them to wait when our leaderships are sitting, then he comes and brief us. So when that has been cooked, definitely we will give you update. Yes, Betty, you can read.
Yes, I have been reading through. Most of them have been answered, except an issue on the SACCO. I think we have had an issue on the SACCO. On the issue of the SACCO, some district administrators have refused to sign the memorandum to let teachers access salary loans with the union. This one is cited in PG. Then there's a similar question is asking, how possible is it for people up country for them also to access loan facility? I think this is still referring to the SACCO. And Chairperson, I would feel that you just make a small mention about the SACCO. Thank you very much.
I think it's timely. We had not talked about SACCO. UPSTU as a union, as a SACCO, that is UPSTU members SACCO. And the SACCO is performing very well. We recently, as we updated you, received the money from government among the three SACCO that benefited from this, the 20 billion. We are among the three. And among the three, UPSTU is the one that is doing extremely very well in terms of managing this resource. And we are multiplying it. We are managing it wisely. We have developed a system for that person who is up country. Don't worry. We don't need even to have an office in your next by town or village for you to visit. We developed an online system through the help of Ministry of Finance, their guidance. There is what we call Wendy system. When you open an account, when you become a member, you definitely are going to open an account. You can apply for the loan using this system. And within less than a minute, if the approval process is done, you will be having your money in the account wherever you are. So it is a very safety system. That is a finance management system. So you just need to join the SACCO, and I would wish that you call the SACCO manager or any staff in the SACCO to give you more guidance. But you will not miss anything. You will sit from your school, you will receive the money from there. And then this other teacher from, I think in PG, who gave us an example from PG. KCCA did not sign the memorandum, but there's quite a number of teachers who have got money from UPSTU SACCO. The same way you get money from the bank, you just need to have a letter of undertaking signed by your accounting officer. And that will give us opportunity for them to accept to code you. We initiate a code, they approve. And once they approve, the SACCO will give you money and of course recover the money from your salary. In case your salary is already overloaded and you have a business, you want to expand your business, you want to do more development, that one you need to bring surety. The SACCO manager will be able to guide you. You can still come for the money and you will be given the money. So that memorandum of understanding is not a do or die. If a district has not signed, member can still get the money. You just need to follow how you get the money from the bank. And that's why what I think KCCA is doing. Most of the members just to go there, you launch the process with the district. They are able to tag in our code, and then it is approved, and then the money is given to you after applying for it. So, but I think I know we have really short. Maybe we could have. I'm saying if we are not, most members have already run away.
Yeah, many members have already run away.
We are 51 over 25 was. That is still good.
Though emphasis are being put on PE, I just do not understand the issue of PE.
PE is not yet is not yet at the level of ICT. But, you know, there was a there was a misconception that PE, someone thought that PE is just about doing sport in the field. It has no science at all. But we have really engaged them, especially when the tutors, we were able to bring even their transcript, and they saw the course units. So where we are now with the PE, we are at a better, that misconception is going on out. We are at a better place of negotiation. And I was just with the Commissioner, Human Resource Minister of Education, and I asked him to do the same thing that he did for ICT. If they don't, we're going to take them to court, like the tutors science did, and now they are panicking. They are actually, the Attorney General has advised them to quickly settle those tutors and allow that matter not to go to court. So government has not only clear case, which is clearly being demonstrated, but you find there's just an individual that is sitting at that end. Because if somebody is, if you're paying PE government, you're paying PE stroke a science subject, and somebody is teaching PE, the other one is also teaching PE. There is no justification why you should deny the other one a pay as a scientist. So that one, we are not sleeping on it. We are working hard, and we could give ourselves a timeline. About two months from now, we should have got a better update.
Thank you, Chairperson. I can see 3 hands still up. That would indicate that something is really burning. I would kindly request that
take those names, and let's not get another. Just mark their names and take their question.
Please.
Is it?
Can I invite? This is the second time I'm inviting Marian. Marian, please unmute yourself.
Bagwe, Mariam.
Bagwe, Mariam.
Yes, good evening. Thank you. Good evening. Yes, Marian, I'm Marian Pagwe, a teacher of PE from Makerere College.
Yes.
Sometime back, I led the team for PE stroke arts cohort to your office. I submitted a file. I don't know if that file is still in your docket or you have it, such that we don't make other. Yes, because my as that you're saying 2 weeks, my humble appeal is if all goes through, then we just do we top up with those who have been affected, and that file just moves. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Those were the only one affected? 5? Or you believe there are more?
I believe there are more. I think I can still launch on through the other
what we are going to do, we are going to request the affected PE teachers to submit their details. They just need to send a WhatsApp, their name, IPS number, then district where they are deployed, and the school, and then the teaching subjects. Maybe registration number also. To help them, the registration number and the minute number. Sometimes they have to relocate their files. So we are going to collect that data. We can give ourselves a month, 1 month and something. Then when we have collected that data, we will make a formal write-up document. So that we request for a meeting. And we would want you to maybe 5 of you to be present. I don't know whether the file you submitted, you put your document. Because you are the best, you should give us the justification. And when you are there as a testimony, you even have opportunity to speak.
All right, Doctor.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Marian, that is work for you. You'd better do it as fast as possible now that the motion is on, so that it is taken care of. May I welcome Igenyi Amuza. Igenyi Amuza. Amuza, please. As he prepares to come on, I would like to welcome Rogers. Oh, Igenyi is on. Is he on? Okay. Please, Rogers, your hand
Yes, thank you.
is up. You're welcome.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a supplement on what the other comment the other one was asking about an email that was sent out. The number of members who had registered online on the website, and we were doing some. We were doing a backup and doing some maintenance. We are setting up an efficient database for communicating to members. So the system sent out emails to everyone, and there are already some people who were raising that issue on the group of the circle. Yeah, so like you said, it was just some internal data update, and you don't have to worry about that. Thank you.
I think there are two names. There is Igenyi Amuza and Victor Romanzi. You could raise your queries, what you want to ask, so that we can have. Yes, you're welcome. If they are not, then better.
I think Mr. is not decided. He's the only one whose hand is still up.
Yeah.
This other one is
there are two hands which are raised, but I think we cannot keep members long. I want to take this opportunity again to thank UPSTU membership, but also the leadership for the unity that we have exhibited, which has made us to make great strides in the shortest time possible. I know if by the time UPSTU is 10 years in existence, the sky would be the limit. Let's keep the solidarity. There is what we say in the labor union. It is that when we are united, we bargain. When we are divided, we beg. So let's resist the attitude that divides us. And in-house, let us always unite at whatever forum, and our voices will be stronger. So thank you very much. Betty, I hand over to you to have this session closed.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent, our chairperson of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. Thank you for giving us all these updates and also giving us ample time to discuss with members. Members, we are also very grateful that today your attendance has been marvelous. I would like to ask that you continue attending to ProDev every Thursday. It is your program. It is not my program. It's not the union's program. It is a program for its members. And today we have benefited looking at the benefits of giving information to you. On these other days, we also have very key information that is meant for you. So always attend to this ProDev so that we have continuous professional development. We continue to remain together as a team and fight for our union. Let us do the right things, and we keep together in the team spirit. I would like to say that for today, the 2nd of July, the ProDev Hour of today has been closed. Have a great night.